What's going on, guys? So just going to show you a bit of footage from one of my chest and biceps workouts this week, and also going to talk a little bit on bulking and how my approach to bulking at the end of the video. So please remember to like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you later, guys.
Right guys, so just started off my second chest and bicep session of the week with a pec deck fly. So this is kind of a pre-exhaust technique as opposed to starting off with a pressing movement. I love the pec deck. I'm really focusing on the stretch and then the squeeze in the middle here. It's a fixed movement, so it allows for a much better contraction, I find, and a good stretch as well. Next, I moved on to a barbell incline press. So nice, slow, controlled tempo. I find with chest, you need to, most people just bang the bar up and down. Slow it down, feel the muscle working, rather than feeling it on your front delts, focus on feeling it on your chest. So nice, slow and controlled stretch at the bottom and power up again. Been having quite a lot of issues with my shoulder lately, so normally I would start with a dumbbell incline press, but I find the barbell takes a lot of pressure off the shoulder joint, so I just went for it this week. So this is just an example of how you can switch up the intensity of your chest sessions, try something new. So this is just time under tension. We're 4 to 5 seconds on the way down, 2-second pause at the bottom, and then 3 seconds on the way up. So really feeling the burn on the chest, focusing on working the muscle you want to work, as opposed to incorporating your front delts or your triceps.
What's going on, guys? So just moving on to biceps now after chest. Quick tip when you're doing barbell bicep curls. Okay, so a lot of us grip the bar like this. So come over, try it underhand, more so like this, okay? So an open handed grip, and also focus on kind of turning your wrist inwards opposed to outwards. Turn them out, put a lot of pressure on your forearms, and it's also taking the tension off the biceps. So turn in, overhand grip, other shoulder. What's going on, guys? So gonna keep this short, sharp, and to the point because I'm in a rush to get to college. But I spoke briefly last week on my approach to bulking, the macros I'm taking at the moment, so my off season. So I'm just gonna go into a little bit of detail on how I recommend bulking. So first of all, I would always suggest cutting before going on a bulk. So I finished the competition, so down around 4% body fat, leanest I've ever been, and then I went on a gradual bulk. Okay, so if you decide you want to go on a bulk and you already have a significant amount of body fat, the likelihood is 2, 3, 4 months later you are going to have an even more significant amount of body fat on. And to be honest, coming into say cutting season or summer coming up or competition prep, it's going to make your life a whole lot more difficult when you have say 20% body fat or 25-30% body fat. So I would always recommend cutting before bulking, so you're essentially working with a blank canvas. Next up is, rather than jumping from say 2,500 calories up to 4,000 calories, make it a gradual increase of calories, predominantly through carbohydrates and fat. So when you're cutting, you generally increase your protein intake because it has a thermic effect on the body, so it kind of helps speed up the metabolism somewhat, and as a result you burn greater fat. When you're on a bulk, what you should look to do is decrease your protein intake somewhat. Now, never go below 1 gram per pound of body weight. I would always go a little bit more than that, so I'm around 200 grams of protein at 180 pounds, but gradually increase your carbohydrate and fat intake. So what I've been doing since competition is increasing my carbohydrate intake by about 30 grams each week and my fat intake by about 5 grams each week. So now I'm up at around 400 grams of carbohydrates and 88 grams of fat. So I'm going to continue increasing that up until a point where I feel I'm building muscle and not adding a huge amount of body fat. Now, it's inevitable you're going to add some body fat, but it's about keeping that to a minimum while building muscle. Third, stick to predominantly nutrient dense foods. So stick with carbohydrates, oats, rice, pasta, some wholemeal bread, a sweet potato, white potato. Proteins, you know, chicken, turkey, red meat. Red meat is ideal when you're looking to add a bit of mass because it's great amino acid profile and good saturated fat. Eggs, you know, nuts, nut butters. Nut butters are a fantastic way of getting in those extra calories and extra fats. Then in terms of what's the last one? Fat, what I just talked about there. So, you know, nuts, nut butters, egg yolks, olive oil, coconut. So keeping it nutrient dense, but there's always room, especially when you're bulking, to have, you know, to include foods you like. So extra calories from foods you enjoy. It's about enjoying your off season while keeping the majority of your food nutrient dense, but allowing yourself some room and allowance to enjoy foods you like. So I would suggest keeping around 85% good, 15% not so good. Fourth point, reduce your cardio. So, you know, looking to kind of focus on your compound lifts, lifting heavy, keeping it say between the 6 and 8, you know, up to 10 rep range, but focusing on your, you know, your rack pulls or deadlifts, squats, bent over rows, bench press, military press, focusing on lifting slightly heavier, reducing not necessarily the intensity of your sessions, but the kind of volume of your sessions, I suppose, and reducing your cardio also. So allowing your body enough time, enough calories and enough time and recovery to grow and develop in the way that you want. So number 5 then is to assess things each week or every 2 weeks. So a lot of the time during a bulk you can kind of let yourself go. You know, you're always going for McDonald's, Ben & Jerry's, pizza. It can kind of creep into your lifestyle. So assessing things each week or every second week just gives you a better idea how you're progressing and how you're developing, whether you're putting on too much fat or whether you're building muscle while staying somewhat lean. And last but not least, number 6. I think it's number 6 anyways, I kind of lost count to be honest. But enjoy your food on your off season. You know, prep can be a very mentally draining, physically draining process. Not even prep, you know, getting ready for a holiday, getting ready for the summer, cutting in general can be quite draining on the body. So on your off season, enjoy your food. You know, allow yourself to have that binge now and again, to go to town on whatever you want, and you know, don't factor it into your macros. You know, while bulking, do track your macros. Use MyFitnessPal to keep a gauge of what you're taking in, but don't be as strict and as tight as you are during your preparation or your cutting season. Allow yourself leniency and allow yourself allowances, and enjoy your food, and most importantly, enjoy the process. Right guys, that's it. Told you I'm going to keep it short and sharp. Now I gotta run and catch the bus and get to college. I'll catch you later guys.